So
was that Elvis Presley like fat and addicted to meth? Like I'm confused.
It was action. Well, okay, so for that, there's the image, but it's lacking the soul. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? Like it is. There's a lot that speaking could bring to that video.
Yeah.
And even going over your process of how you draw and where you may feel like you can improve. And even if you don't want to talk over it, there's a lot of power in cutting on beat. If you make a music video out of it, you start to treat it like a music video, or you treat it like a trailer to something that you start to intermingle all of these things that it can be.
They should just scream at the top of their lungs for 5 minutes.
I would watch
straight.
that. I would watch that.
But for a lot of people who don't know how to draw, they may not know why you draw the circles first and then the crosses, where the eyes go, what your process. So there's a lot of power in explaining your process and your draw and why you.
I hope someone at home's like, I don't understand shapes. What do you mean you draw circles first?
How do you make a head out of that circle?
Dumb.
Do I have to erase this?
I'm horrible at drawing, so I would.
You're horrible at everything. That goes like
drawing is my weak suit.
Oh, it's your weak suit. Okay, that's good. Woo.
Hey, it's 3-0 right now, so I think
I'm not
good
even
at this.
playing. I don't know what's
There's a
going
controller
on.
in your hand.
For the last 20 minutes, I thought I was on the left-hand side of the screen.
Oh my God.
There's flowers coming out of the ass of my car right now.
So,
sorry, we ran over that.
No,
go ahead.
It's perfectly fine. I would say start to expand on how it can, because even that was 5 minutes, and even that, because of the pacing, because of the lack of different visuals and additions.
Stop being boring.
No, that's the difference between, that's what people on the internet do, and that's why it needs to be constructive. People are, it's boring. It's like, but what can I do to improve?
Here's my theory on it, right? I feel like attention spans are like shortening because quality is diminishing. Like, I feel like there's just not a lot of things that are good for 20 minutes anymore. So everybody's like, 5 minutes in, screw this. Like, get this off my screen.
But even with that, knowing that, even if anyone watching given that piece of knowledge, that can even be applied. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, if that's the issue, how do I raise the quality of my content so that it is undoubtable that all 20 minutes of my video was damn amazing?
Who said that? I feel like Steve Martin said that one thing. He said some quote. He's like, just make yourself so good that no one can ignore you. I always thought that.
I like that.
It is like it does make sense in a way, but at the same time, like I remember reading that and be like, oh, I just have to be good at what I do. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for that nugget of knowledge.
You have to be good and boisterous.
Yeah.
Good and outstanding, and I think that's where the originality is very important.
For sure.
Putting yourself into it, putting your voice into it, figuring out your voice, and then just plastering it on whatever it is you're doing. Yeah. Because that's when you become outstanding, and then people start being like, that's weird. What is it? I like it, or do I like it? Like you start to create a conversation within the realm.
You just got to make it really disturbing.
Like, no, that's totally possible. We had have you heard of Raka Raka?
Oh yeah, actually, you know what's funny is like one of my coworkers saw their channel. We watched a bunch of their stuff, which was hilarious. Have you seen that McDonald's one they did?
They've done many.
No, but it was. Oh God. Tangent. What is that channel that is? It's the eggs and they're constantly smashed.
How to basic.
Oh
How to basic.
God, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like that, I will never be that funny in my whole life.
That guy has to rent out an apartment.
But no, just think about like how funny that is. It's a how-to video. So you have some like 45-year-old woman in Florida who doesn't know how to cook an egg because she's an idiot, and she clicks on the video and she's like, "What the hell is this?" And it's just some freak smashing eggs, and like it's like his thighs. Like he's always like filming his thighs, and he's like sweating. It's just making the sound. He's like, it's incredible. And I went off on a tangent. Go ahead.
No, but that's exactly it. You talk about it being disturbing, or even how to basic. It's called how to basic, but what is it? It's just him being goofy, having fun. And he's found his voice.
But it's such a hilarious trap to like catch people in.
But he's found his formula, and he's doing the Raka Raka found a formula.
He's probably actually like a serial killer, like in Arkansas. Like, and we're funding him murdering women by watching it. I'm getting dark again. All right.
It's a good movie plot there.
Shut up. Shut up. Just stop talking. Okay. Get out of here.
So
I love we made the host of the show just like,
No, I was laughing. I'm entertained. It's all damn. Also, all damn. Hashtag all damn. It's not a thing. So how'd you guys get into YouTube? How did it start for y'all?
Ask this moron.
Well, I started
with him.
I started in 2006, really early, and I started developing skits 2007, if you want to call it skits, because they're just bizarre.
Most people call it trash.
Thank you. Anyways, this guy decided to be in my trash in like 2008.
Dude, come on. I'm fucking with you, don't
No, yeah, but I mean, we met in college, and we filmed a sketch that ended up being probably our biggest sketch. It was the first one we filmed, and
which is really just like me in a bed.
It's just him in a bed screaming at me to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Because there's a ghost haunting us, and it got like 7 million views or something like that.
Oh, ballin'.
So,
I think you're just gonna stop at 8. It got like 7 views.
It's a horrible video. Like I look back on it, and like I see how it started out. It's kind of cool. It's like I can't go back and watch some of the early stuff, but I'm glad it happened. So.
What was it? Tell him about the insane driver one. Try and describe that for him.
Well, 2007, like one of my big videos was me in a car. This is back when speeding up your videos was a big thing, and so I sped up me in a car, pretty much like screaming, looked like I'm pretty much having sex with my steering wheel, honking the horn for my butt. That ended up getting, over 10 million views over time, and that's how I guess it started. I don't know how, like, any of it.
I love so much of this is like laced with like, I don't know.
I don't know. I woke up here.
10 million views. I did something. Somebody saw it. Then I was here.
And then he decided to do the gaming channel in 2012, 13.
Yeah, I actually moved down to Florida because I got into the FSU master's program for film. And because I wasn't, we were, hundreds of miles away. I wanted to keep up with YouTube, so him and I started doing gaming, which, I mean, God, like, it was just the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. Like, I can't sleep at night. Like, I regret it. Like, in the middle of the night. Like, what have I done?
Now you're in the trap.
Yeah, but, Damian's like an old school YouTuber. Weren't you like the 12th biggest channel? Like,
16 was my peak on YouTube.
Yeah, like, what, 5 years ago or 6 years ago?
2010 or 11, something.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, just stay at it if you love doing it. That's what I would say. Be weird. Be as weird as possible.
Yeah, keep it weird. I think that's important. Normal's so boring.
Yeah.
Things have been normalized so much.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like a lot of what happens on YouTube is this kind of just imitation game where like people see formats at work.
Yes.
And trust me, we're completely guilty of this as well. But it becomes this game a copycat with diminishing returns, right? I mean, you could throw a stick at people screaming and watching Outlast now. It's like, really, if I think you want to like make your mark, you really need to do something different. It's the only way to add value to like your channel. So
we had community members email or hashtag send questions, Twitter, Facebook, X, Y, Z, whatever.
Yeah.
And this is a great lead into this question, and this comes from the Android gamer.
Yeah.
Because Androids. Or he's playing games on his Android.
Android's like, I'm offended.
Yeah.
I play games.
I'm people too. When is Damian and Kyle? The Android gamer wants to know when you're going to play Five Nights at Freddy 4. Oh,
he brought it up a few days ago, so I was like, yeah, I guess we have to.
We like to play games way after we can take advantage of NES. And then we like to criticize them to an audience that loves them. And then we wondered, what's happening here? Why aren't they getting a whole lot of views? Yeah, we'll probably play that, I think on our schedule, we make our schedules about a month in advance.
Yeah.
Which is actually it's kind of dumb, though. I think I remember hearing I saw something with Markiplier where he like just shoots his videos. I think at like the day they go up.
Yeah.
Which allows you to be able
yeah.
to jump on whatever is most popular.
But I mean, he's a barrel. Like, have you met him?
I haven't met him. No, I just watched.
He's just energy. Like, he's just made.
Yeah.
No, I saw in his video. He was like, yeah, I get up at 5 in the morning and I go down to the office and I warm my voice up for an hour, and it's like right there. I'm like, forget it. That's way more commitment than I have to anything.
But that is amazing because it shows someone else's process. So, I mean, even in the people watching this, they may have not even have thought. They may have thought, I thought about doing that, but it sounded like too much work and weird. But Markiplier does it, and I look up to Markiplier, so why can't I? Why shouldn't I?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, give those guys guff for like what they do. But at the same time, it's like if you really see like probably the amount of work that dude's like dedicating to his channel, that's pretty impressive. I mean, anybody's getting up at 5 in the morning working like a 13, 14-hour day, like you can't not.
I'm not. Yeah. It's like be at the office by 10:30.
It freaks me out though, man, because when you see those super successful people, it's like, remember I saw something with Elon Musk. No one here knows who that is, but he's like, yeah, I work 100-hour weeks. It's like, well, I wouldn't do that ever.
But he's in
if my job was being Willy Wonka at the chocolate factory, like I'd be coming in 3 hours late.
Well, he is the Willy Wonka of energy at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Markiplier, the Willy Wonka.
No, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk is even more hilarious.
Is he a YouTuber?
Get the hell out of here! Get out! Where do you live? It's
I don't
not
know.
planet Earth. Musk. Idiot. I have a secret, I have a belief that he is like a James Bond villain. I feel like he's like consolidating power now.
He's trying to give us free energy.
Yeah, free energy so he can, I don't know, use lasers to...
They're all mind control devices, clearly.
I just reached the brink of my creativity right there. I was like, use lasers to shit, I'm out of funny things.
Farf.
Farf. It's a fart while vomiting.
Oh, gosh.
It's a farf.
That's amazing.
Until you really did it, though.
This question comes from Rebecca, and Rebecca wants to know, is there a method or a special way to come up with your ideas for your videos? So what do you guys?
You mean for gaming?
For gaming, not really.
Sometimes to take maybe the theme of the video and try to correlate, I don't know, what did we do one time?
He doesn't know. He doesn't make these
videos.
Like a theme of a video, there was one video that was based on possession, and I was acting kind of like I was possessed.
We stopped that real quick.
Yeah, that one was weird.
I think it boiled down to really just. I mean, you have to know what your strengths are as what is my entertainment value. Well, my entertainment value is just being a loudmouth, disgusting, horrible human being, And he's just being a weirdo nut. And if you can find a way to mesh those two and play off each other, which is basically him saying ridiculous things, me ripping him apart for it.
Yep.
You do that, but at the same time, I mean, the real tricky part for us is how do you do that 100 times and not make it boring?
Yeah.
Because it's the same shtick. It's a shtick.
Well, how do you come up with that formula?
I mean,
it's kind of natural.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's how we
act. I mean, a lot of people meet Damian and they're like, "Wow, you're not insane." I watch your videos and I think you're
that's true. Yeah,
a chainsaw murderer. Me, it's that's just who I am. I feel like Damian just recognized after living with me for a little while that it's this guy's out of his mind. Turn on a camera and he'll frighten the world. As much as possible. So yeah, I think that's just you just play to your strengths. I mean, you know what makes you funny.
Well, me?
Yeah, what makes you funny. You have to.
It's my imagination. I like taking situations. I don't dwell in reality. It's boring.
Yeah.
I like taking things and blowing them completely out of proportion and drawing amazing, offensive or sometimes fantastic pictures in people's.
What you should do is just sit and think about things and record yourself. I have an amazing imagination. I'm just not going to ever externalize it for you. Trust me, what's going on in here is hilarious. I'm not gonna let you see.
I'm trying to create the first telepathic video.
That would be.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd get like a bunch of crazy nuts on YouTube.
It would be amazing.
Oh my God! Like I look in his eyes, and like I can see the map of the universe. Start a cult doing that.
They all talk like Harrison Ford. I can look into his imagination.
Harrison Ford, you know what's so funny is like if you like see interviews with him now, like I feel like I can't hear a word he says. He's just mumbling. He's just angry and doesn't seem like he wants to be anywhere where he is.
This is a question from Laura Hand.
And that's why I'll never work in the entertainment industry.
You're already working in the entertainment industry. You're working in the evolution of it. Also, I mean, I don't know if you do stand-up, but I think you could.
Yeah.
No, I just go on stage and like panic and shit myself.
Got to start somewhere. First steps.
That would be a first. I mean, you would get your name out there by
I'm gonna
doing
get
that.
out there, right? Like I'm gonna get like a tuxedo.
You just have the lowest expectations.
Just get a tuxedo, go out there, like sip on some water, give it like a good 30 seconds. Everybody's like uncomfortable. They're like, what's this guy doing? And I'm just like,
No.
it's like coming out of like my pants.
There's no build up. You're just gonna
I'll
go
just
for
scream, and then they'll have to drag me off stage. You can't top that shit, man. Have you seen the Eric Andre show?
Yes, it's hard for me to get into.
Get the hell out. What?
Listen, I have my favorites, but there's some people, like, I can't even watch what's the other two people at the Adult Swim show?
Tim and
Tim
Eric.
and
I can't watch them.
Here's the problem with Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric, and I say this as they're way funnier than I'll ever be. But the problem is like I think sometimes they just get so weird that it's like uncomfortable for some people to watch. They had something that was like them and Zach Galifianakis dressed as women in bathrobes drinking vodka, and it's like a 10-minute long skit. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I think it's actually if you see, I think it's Tim's stand-up. He does like anti-comedy where he'll go up on stage and he'll intentionally bomb. And it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
See, I can't.
He'll get up there and he'll be like, so how about Philadelphia? Am I right? And everybody, but nobody's getting it. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And he'll like get sweaty and nervous and start fumbling. And like, if you get it, that's hilarious. But no, Eric Andre, dude, like his new season is like the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I respect him because I've seen him on other YouTube shows, like Doug Benson's YouTube channel.
Oh, he was on Doug
Benson?
He strikes me as like a weird dude.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He does what he wants. And
but that's
I think I've learned to find that entertaining in a personal, like in a not show aspect.
Can I use the Q word on this show?
Quantum.
Q word?
It starts with a Q and ends with an F.
Queen.
Ow.
Wow.
You can say queen.
There you go. That's a great trick. Trick the host into saying the offensive word. Huh? Get this guy out of here. This is disgusting. There's children who watch this show.
They
What
know
the hell is wrong with you, Flitz?
A good portion of them are women, and they will learn eventually.
They'll learn eventually? Well, they just learned today. And you just ruined their life.
Or did I begin it?
Huh?
The start of a beautiful life.
I'm sure, 20 years from now, we'll be some
okay.
CEO of like a big company. My life started when I heard Flitz on Smosh Games say queef.
And I looked it up on the internet, on
I
Urban
said it-
Dictionary, and it said vaginal burp, and I knew my life's purpose.
Anybody who's looking shit up on Urban Dictionary for accurate descriptions of shit needs to be like taken out back and shot in the head for like the gene pool. Okay? One of my coworkers did this like the other day. Like somebody called her like a gangster cookie.
What is that? No.
I don't know, but
That doesn't even
it
make sense.
sounds weird.
Is that like sweet? But
I don't
with a
know.
gun that shoots chocolate chip bullets?
Sure. That's about as accurate as whatever I came up with. And we looked it up on Urban Dictionary, and there's like 5 rambling, nonsensical definitions of
Did
it.
they use it in a sentence?
One was like a bitch who talks shit but ain't piss.
Wait, that's a real term?
What?
Yeah,
Wait.
gangster cookie.
So a female dog who talks feces but is not urine.
Yeah, dude, like that doesn't make sense to you, like.
I mean, thug life, you know.
Yeah, there you go. Thug life. Let me say two things. Actually, one thing, because the other one's way too offensive. Thug life's the funniest shit I ever seen in my life. Thug life, like the internet hasn't done much for society. Thug life and the Bill Cosby memes are the funniest things
Bill Cosby
of
memes.
all. Yes, dude. Do you even hear about that shit?
What?
Like his PR crew like put out a meme generator, so people would like give him positive PR.
Yeah.
But the internet,
but then the whole thing
internet
no.
like
Oh,
took
no.
it
No.
and
Oh,
made it
wow.
all terrible.
Definitely not.
And it's the funniest shit I've ever read. And like my friend has texted me them 24/7, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What were we talking about? Queefs. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh no, yeah, Eric Andre in a video, like some host, like it was a host of like E or something, some big host. Like the first thing he said was like, "Welcome Eric Andre to the show." And he's like, "I just queefed out of my dick," and it was like unbelievable.
I imagine that to be very high pitched.
I can tell just by the vibe in the room. I gotta stop being offensive.
No,
Go forward.
I was entertained.
No,
I
it's getting that eerie
I
quiet.
imagine the people.
You're going Eric Andre. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
getting that
doing.
eerie
I
quiet
kinda,
now, where
actually,
it's like
I kind of want to try.
someone needs to like take a cane and like drag me off.
Is that a peen queef? I'm trying to make the sound it would make.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just stop. Like,
I've never.
Have you never even thought of it? Like, think about it. Like, how do you explain that to your friends?
I don't need to ever explain that to anyone.
If you're just sitting there, you're like,
I like how I
Did you
keep
just
looking over here to see if I'm like doing the right camera, but it just seems like I've got some weird like tick where I'm just like, hey, bud. All right, go on.
okay. So this is the last question before we move on to giving more notes.
Oh God, we got more.
Yeah, I'm gonna do shout outs. we're gonna give more notes, but before I do that, this question comes from the Mashup Man, who was in a chat, so you can talk to him directly if you want. If you could make a YouTube video about anything and money was not an issue, what would you make?
These questions directed to me.
There's
Or us.
everybody.
Anyone. Oh.
Flitz, why don't you take that, Flitz?
Honestly, I
Don't
can't
panic
answer.
and
No, I
fumble
can't
now.
answer all of those questions because I plan on doing them. It's just money is an issue.
Yeah.
So if I give you all of these ideas now, then somebody with money might hear it and then they'll do it, and they're good ideas.
It's a ploy. Don't.
I'm sure there's an entire team at like Warner Brothers right now, like watching this
Damn it.
feed, just like, well, you know, it's gonna be some real gold here.
Oh,
We're gonna steal all these
111
ideas.
viewers. 100, yeah. 11
Roger,
of
did
them
you
are
get dick
executives.
queef? Write that down.
Did you sample the squeak, the dick squeak?
The dick sample it. Yeah. All right, they got a whole Foley team over there. Skywalker sound, right? The guys like do like a behind the scenes on the DVD.
You just-
Yeah, we took a truck that's out of a T-Rex. We put it with someone stepping on a pineapple. Most realistic queef sad you ever heard in your life.
It's so iconic.
www.conanShow.com. Don't laugh.
Laughing
Don't
with,
laugh.
laughing with an
That is my baby.
No, but I mean, honestly, I feel like YouTube is so community oriented. I personally, I believe culture works from the ground up. It doesn't work from the top down. You, like, it really. You think about like how different cultures didn't start from the rich people, the ones that stuck at least. Didn't start from the rich people saying do this. It was people deciding to collectively.
You
make
know how
decisions
smart
go
I
with
am?
it.
This is how smart I am. I'm just smart enough now to know that I shouldn't answer this question because I have nowhere near the level of, oh shit. Who are all these people texting me?
What the?
It's more Bill Cosby memes. I'm just smart enough to know I shouldn't speak about it because I can't intelligently.
But you're doing really
Are
well.
we talking about making videos still?
Yeah.
Shut up.
If you could make a video
Yeah, ask him.
and
Ask
money
him about society and shit.
wasn't a thing, what kind of video
If
would
money
you make?
wasn't a thing. Honestly, I mean, some of my best videos I like Kyle and I did one with, we had an animator like make up these fake Pokemon, and I thought that was enjoyable. So I think more Pokemon videos. just find an animator who would animate. Like I think money is an issue. I don't know like my ideas. Like I
You know,
said
it's so funny.
offhand.
Like you're just backpedaling now. You're just
I
like, oh, shut up. Did I say something dumb? My friend?
No, just I don't know. Yeah, money's an issue. I think it's just making a big budget video every time. But then again, time's an issue. So
Welcome to the zone. Coherency doesn't exist. Go. Oops.
specifics.
Should have said something funny there. Go to www. That was way more W's than isn't. Opponentshow.com. Go there.
So Opponent Show is in the seat to the right. We're gonna move on to the next section. I honestly, you don't give yourself enough credit because you
Dude,
you
one of
stop
y'all.
joking, and then all of a sudden like it gets real serious and deep, and I'm like, yeah, that's real good advice, and you're like, dick, pussy, fart, dick. And then you sit back and you go,
That's a hell of a... Put that on my tombstone. Right? You know what I always thought would be like a great tombstone? Is just like put like, I want like my name and like below it like bold big letters. It just says, you're next. Like, do you have any idea how much that would fucking freak out people in like a graveyard? You know, just, oh my God. Did he know?
That's amazing. Okay. So, shout outs, Noxus Kim. I think Lily Price said, did I ask for a shout out? That was like 3 hours ago, and I'm finally actually getting to it, which means I'm reading the chat. So, if you don't believe I'm reading the chat, I
hope
am.
she's just
I just can't get to all
weeping
your
in a
things.
corner.
GameStar, Josh Yoakum, that's a name. Kenny McCormick, okay, that's fun. Sam L, the E Gamer, Grave Cascade, Ben Weber, Gray Terry, 16. Abel Humane, that's a great name, by the way. Garrett R. Talon Ernstrom, I said your name before. Aaron Parr, bars. Lizette Nava, bars. Kathleen Adkins, always a pleasure to see
You
you.
were giving me a headache.
I know, these are people of the
Is there a
world.
leave?
Hattie Drago, Bill Mokbell, that's a great name as well.
Hello, I'm Bill Mokbell.
Stephen Failpowell,
Most boring man who
God
ever
of
lived.
Potatoes, God of Potatoes, and Lalzasaurus.
God loves potatoes?
God of Potatoes.
God of potatoes.
The
He's
Cape
an
Man.
Irish pagan god.
He is. He's actually planning his next potato plant.
There's the ball. Here's it being dropped.
There you go.
Potato blight.
Potato. What year did that happen? Does anyone know?
Yeah.
Okay,
Watch Gang
so
in New York, it'll tell you.
So the next SGA challenge will be announced tomorrow. What's today? The next
We don't know
the
what
next
it is
SGA
today.
challenge will be announced tomorrow. So this is that weird fun lull time where we go over your videos and we give you notes. That's the new thing. Notes. We don't have a notes song.
This is a
or
fun
such
time
a
where you
thing.
take 5 years off my life.
Because stressing out over
Cue it up. I've already got an eye twitch. It's fine. Give me another reason not to live.
the next video, we gave 3 notes earlier. If you just got here, we're going to note 3 more videos now. The next video comes from Snake versus Albino.